All right, so let's briefly talk about Neural at NAMM 2024.
So apparently Neural left. This is all that remains of the Neural booth. There's been a few rumors about what happened. Check this out. But there's no booth. I don't know why. But apparently they're going to make an announcement this week about why this happened. Interesting stuff. Look, friends.
If it's your first time here on the channel, my name's Steve Sterlacci. I cover all of the Neural updates. I do a lot of Neural preset builds. I do a lot of stuff involving the Quad Cortex. And I just got back from NAMM 24. I did a full coverage video, 2 of them actually, if you want to consider checking them out. And if it's your first time here, consider subscribing to the channel. Well, let's get to it. So Neural wasn't there. They were, but they weren't. So all they really had was, and this is ironic, I give them credit for having a good sense of humor, a big empty space that just said soon, which is a running joke in the Neural community, because anytime people are asking about updates, hey, when's this coming? When's that coming? When are we going to get this? The answer is always the same: soon. And it's like this with everybody. This is a little low, right? It's like that with everybody. I mean, everybody that comes out with things that get updated, that have software, everybody always says soon, soon, soon. And everybody gets upset because everybody, all the public, everybody that owns these, all they do is want everything now, now, now. Give us more, give us more. So I wanted to talk about this a little bit because I heard a few different rumors, and then I also potentially heard the truth. So when we first got there, everybody said, did you hear about Neural? Did you hear about Neural? Did you hear about it? I was like, what could have possibly happened already? So the first rumor, and this is just hearsay, nonsense, probably not the truth. I think definitely not the truth. First thing I heard was that they had set up their booth and then they wanted to change something around, and the people at NAMM said no. So they said, okay, well, screw it. And they just scrapped everything and left. That's definitely not true, but that was a rumor that was going around. That was actually the first one that I heard. I was like, whoa, I can't wait to hear more about the drama. So I don't think that that was true at all. Actually, I know that that's not true. But I think what was really the deal here was they didn't have, there's 2 options, 2 questions that I would ask, or two theories. First off, I know when you purchase a NAMM booth, if you want your spot for the next year, I think you have to reserve it. Like if you have a continuous spot that you've been doing every year, or a continuous amount of square footage for your booth, I believe you need to maintain that. Otherwise, they could potentially give it away to somebody else. So it could be that they didn't want a gigantic booth this year because they didn't have a product ready, or whatever they were planning wasn't ready, or maybe they just weren't planning on anything at all. And that was kind of the only option that they had if they wanted to retain their status and their booth for the following year, when I assume something big might be coming. Now that makes sense perfectly, but I would wonder why not just throw up a bunch of laptops with some interfaces, or use the Quad Cortex as an interface and at least have the plugins. You know, everybody always talks so highly of the Neural DSP plugins, so why not at least showcase something? I mean, NAMM's not always only about new products. And I said that in my previous video, where a lot of the stuff I was looking forward to at NAMM weren't new products. It's more my first opportunity to get my hands on them, because I would love to have plugged in and tried some of the Neural plugins that I haven't had, or maybe some hints at new plugins that are coming out. But it's not all about new gear. If they just simply didn't have something ready, I don't know. They could have just still put up Quad Cortex. I know they announced the new black one. People could still have plugged in and tried out for the first time. So I don't know. It's a little bit interesting about Neural. It's kind of like the talk of the modeling community was, where was Neural? Where was Neural? What was the deal? It just said soon, which I thought was hysterical. And hey, I think that they did better than Line 6. Line 6 just had a little shelf in the corner of the Yamaha booth because they didn't have anything new to showcase. Hopefully both are back next year in a big way, and we get some really cool stuff from either of them. But I think the main gist of this was Neural wasn't ready to launch a new product, or whatever they had planned didn't come to fruition yet. So what do you think about this? What do you think about the whole concept of the soon booth? I thought it was funny, but in reality, I don't know. What do you think's coming? If they weren't ready, what do you think was not ready? Is it a new Quad Cortex? Is it a smaller Quad Cortex? Is it just a capture box? Is it a plug-in player? I don't know. There's a lot of things that could be out there, and I don't know any of them. So If you are interested in the neural stuff and you have theories, put them below. And if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.